Welcome, dear friend, to this quiet corner of exploration. Tonight, we gently drift into the boundless marvels of our home, this beautiful blue marble. We will uncover some of the most extraordinary ways that existence itself has not just found a footing, but has truly flourished here, across our terrestrial sphere. Life pulses all around us, in countless different forms. It casts a soft light deep in the ocean's embrace. It clings steadfastly to ancient rocks within the driest, most sun-baked lands. It floats, unseen, within the very air we draw into our lungs. Some beings have persevered, almost unaltered, for epochs stretching back hundreds of millions of years. Others have mastered survival in environments so harsh they defy our understanding. Every single one is like a miniature wonder, holding a fragment of the grand, interconnected story that unites us all. For now, there is nothing you need to attend to, save for listening. Allow your thoughts to become softer, as these narratives of life on Earth quietly unfold. Let our journey commence. The very first stirrings of existence on our world, some thinkers now suggest, may have emerged in the deep ocean's shadowy realm. When we typically ponder the genesis of biological forms, it is quite natural to picture tranquil pools, bathed in a gentle solar warmth. Yet, scientific explorations increasingly point towards an origin story set in the most profound and darkest corners of the ocean floor. Here, we find what are known as hydrothermal vents. These peculiar, chimney-shaped formations continuously release superheated liquid, brimming with dissolved minerals, directly from the Earth's interior. The conditions within these regions, though seemingly utterly unwelcoming and harsh, actually foster an astonishing range of chemical reactions. These minerals, emerging from the Earth's depths, appear to function as natural facilitators, creating tiny, enclosed spaces. Within these miniature chambers, it is hypothesized that very basic, simple molecules could have slowly gathered and transformed into structures of greater complexity. A number of researchers propose that these specific mineral environments acted as the primordial laboratories for life itself. They might have been sheltered nurseries, protecting nascent, delicate biological beginnings from the intense and often chaotic forces present on the early Earth. Even in our current era, these same vents are vibrant with living organisms. Creatures here thrive without any reliance on sunlight, drawing their vital energy directly from the intricate chemical processes inherent in the Earth itself. It offers a profound and rather humbling perspective to consider that our shared saga, the story of all living things, might have commenced not amidst warmth and brightness, but rather through the powerful forces of heat, intense pressure, and profound darkness. This concept invites us to rethink the very essence of what constitutes a hospitable environment for life. Imagine being completely solidified, much like a block of ice, and then, as if by magic, awakening fully, with no ill effects whatsoever, for certain inhabitants of our planet. This is not merely a figment of imagination, it represents a powerful strategy for enduring. This is their actual means of survival. Specific types of frogs found across North America, for instance, the remarkable wood frog, possess the capability to allow their physical forms to almost entirely freeze during the harsh winter months. During this period, their vital organs cease their functions. Their hearts stop their rhythmic pulsations. The flow of blood through their systems comes to a complete halt. And yet, astonishingly, these creatures do not perish. Within their bodies, unique chemical substances, particularly a type of sugar known as glucose, perform the role of a natural protective agent, much like antifreeze. This vital compound safeguards their delicate cellular structures, preventing them from rupturing and being destroyed by ice crystal formation. When the warmer days of spring finally arrive and the frozen landscape begins its slow thaw, these frogs gently emerge from their frozen state. They reanimate and then, remarkably, simply hop away, completely unharmed. Numerous small insects and tiny invertebrates have also developed similar, ingenious methods of overcoming extreme cold. They survive intense freezes that would unquestionably extinguish the vast majority of other living forms. These incredible adaptations serve as a potent reminder that life is far from fragile. Instead, it is endlessly inventive, perpetually discovering novel means to persist, even when placed into conditions that seem like a complete cessation of animation. It is as if the earth itself has woven into the very fabric of its existence the profound capacity to pause and then, with unwavering certainty, to resume the intricate rhythm of biological activity. We are accustomed to perceiving the sun as the ultimate, foundational source of all biological processes. Plant life eagerly absorbs its radiant beams. Animals then consume these plants, and thus, the intricate cycle of life continues its ancient progression. Nevertheless, within the abyssal depths of the ocean, far below where even the faintest glimmer of solar energy can ever penetrate, entire complex ecological systems flourish in absolute, unending darkness. Surrounding those previously mentioned hydrothermal vents, one can find a thriving abundance of creatures: blind crustaceans, towering, ghostly tube worms, and ethereal, pallid fish. Rather than relying on sunlight, these communities depend entirely on a process called chemosynthesis. Through this remarkable mechanism, specialized bacteria are able to extract energy from chemical compounds, such as hydrogen sulfide, which are constantly expelled from the vents. These bacteria, in turn, form the fundamental base of a food web, one that thrives magnificently without a single particle of light. Similarly, in vast, intricate cave systems, situated deep beneath the Earth's surface, other unique species have undergone analogous adaptations. They have never experienced the sun's warmth or light. Their visual organs have either shrunk dramatically or vanished completely. In compensation, these creatures have developed exceptionally heightened senses of touch, or an acutely refined sense of smell, allowing them to expertly navigate their perpetually dark environments. Life, it becomes strikingly apparent, is not invariably bound to the presence of light. It possesses an astonishing capacity to construct its own thriving worlds, even within realms of profound shadow. Among the oldest inhabitants of our watery planet are the jellyfish. These ancient beings have gently pulsed and drifted through Earth's vast oceans for a period exceeding 500 million years. They are older than the mighty dinosaurs, older than the first towering trees, indeed, older than almost any form of existence we might readily recognize today. They have survived numerous catastrophic mass extinction events, periods that utterly annihilated countless other species. Their physical structures appear almost otherworldly in their simplicity. They are, at their core, relatively uncomplicated sacs of living tissue, composed of an astonishing 95% water. They possess no skeletal framework, no centralized brain, and no heart. And yet, their fundamental design is so remarkably effective that it has undergone almost no significant alteration throughout immense geological timescales. They glide passively with the ocean's currents, sometimes emitting an ethereal, soft light, and at other times congregating in vast swarms, or blooms, so immense that they become discernible even from the vantage point of outer space. Despite their apparent simplicity, jellyfish are extraordinarily skilled survivors. They possess the remarkable ability to regenerate parts of their bodies that have been damaged and can flourish in aquatic environments, where many types of fish struggle to survive. To observe a jellyfish undulating slowly through the deep blue sea is akin to gazing directly into the profound expanse of deep time itself. It is to witness the sheer persistence of a biological design that has proven successful for an incomprehensible 500 million years, a design that continues to thrive with no discernible indication of diminishing. Most of us naturally envision living organisms obtaining their nourishment from plants, or perhaps from other animals, or even directly from the sun's energy. However, some microscopic life forms have an entirely different source of sustenance. These unique organisms directly consume minerals and rocks for their energy. These particular microbes, known as lithotrophs, possess the remarkable capability to extract electrons from various substances, including iron, sulfur, or even, astonishingly, uranium. They utilize these complex chemical reactions to power their own biological processes. Far beneath the Earth's solid crust, in regions where no sunlight can ever reach and no organic food sources are present, entire communities of these microscopic beings persist and thrive on this unusual diet. Some scientific experts propose that these organisms offer us a fascinating glimpse into what biological forms might resemble on other celestial bodies. Simple, exceptionally resilient, and capable of drawing vital sustenance from what appears to be bare stone. Most remarkably, these microbes can actually alter the chemical composition of their surrounding environments, slowly transforming the minerals they come into contact with. Over billions of years, it is conceivable that these tiny miners have played a significant role in shaping the very environment of Earth itself. When one reflects upon the profound resilience of life, it is helpful to picture these invisible, patient miners, quietly consuming rocks in the deep darkness, flourishing in conditions where almost nothing else could possibly endure. When we consider the span of our own human lives, measured in mere decades, the ages attained by some of Earth's most ancient organisms appear almost beyond comprehension. In the frigid reaches of the Arctic, extensive groups of genetically identical seagrass, specifically a species known as Ars posidonia oceanica, have maintained their existence for a period exceeding 10,000 years. They have quietly expanded their presence beneath the ocean's surface. On the terrestrial landscape, certain types of clonal trees, such as the magnificent pando, a quaking aspen colony found in Utah, cover vast tracts of forest with genetically identical stems. All of these individual trunks are interconnected by a single, immense root system that has endured for numerous millennia. These truly ancient living entities have witnessed the coming and going of multiple ice ages, outliving countless generations of both animal life and human beings. They serve as a powerful reminder that longevity in the natural world is not always defined by the lifespan of a single individual organism, but rather by an enduring continuity. It is a form of life that persists by constantly renewing its own being. To stand in the presence of such venerable forms of life is to feel the expanse of time stretch outward, as if the very pulse of the Earth itself is measured not in mere calendar years, but in the slow, rhythmic respiration of vast forests and deep oceans. Trees, to our perception, may seem to be stationary and solitary entities. Yet, many harbor a hidden and astonishing power within their very structure, the inherent ability to replicate themselves. This process is known as cloning. When their branches happen to make contact with the ground, they possess the capacity to develop new root systems. Over an extended period, new trunks can then emerge, rising skyward from these roots. Certain species, such as various types of willow and poplar trees, propagate themselves through this method, giving rise to expansive stands of genetically identical individuals. The most renowned example of this phenomenon is Pando, often referred to as the trembling giant of Utah. This is an entire forest comprising an estimated 40,000 individual stems, all of which are, in fact, part of a single ancient organism, believed to be tens of thousands of years old. Unlike most animal species, which typically experience a cycle of individual life and death, trees possess the remarkable capacity to persist by continuously renewing themselves. They send forth new shoots towards the sky, while older parts of their structure gradually decline and decay. The forest, in this sense, embodies both mortality and a kind of immortality. It is simultaneously ancient and perpetually revitalizing. It serves as a profound reminder that life can, in essence, circumvent the relentless march of time, not solely through sheer individual endurance, but by quietly spreading its essence across countless generations in a subtle, collective, and unwavering persistence. Within the tranquil Blue Mountains of Oregon lies one of the most expansive living organisms on our planet. This is a fungus, scientifically designated as Armillaria ostoya, but often simply called the humongous fungus. At first glance, it might appear to be nothing more than a scattering of individual mushrooms emerging from the forest floor. However, concealed beneath the soil lies an immense, interconnected network of thread-like structures known as mycelium. This vast underground web stretches across a staggering area of nearly 10 square kilometers. This colossal biological entity is believed to be thousands of years old and is estimated to weigh several hundred tons. Although its primary growth occurs invisibly beneath the earth, its sheer physical span far surpasses even the largest known animal species. Its intricate filaments infiltrate the root systems of trees, slowly breaking down and digesting wood. In essence, it silently recycles the forest from the inside out. As one walks across this particular forest, the impression might be of being surrounded by numerous distinct trees and individual mushrooms. But in truth, one is actually treading upon the living skin of a single, immense organism, a hidden giant that quietly exerts its influence over its extensive domain. It is a reality that evokes both a sense of the eerie and profound awe. It serves as a potent reminder that our Earth is replete with secret giants, often unseen, yet undeniably present and profoundly influential. If you conceptualize yourself as a singular, unified individual, modern scientific understanding presents a rather humbling adjustment to that perspective. In reality, you are a complex and thriving ecosystem. For every single human cell that constitutes your physical form, there exists at least an equal number, if not a greater quantity, of microscopic companions. These include bacteria, viruses, fungi, and archaea, which reside upon your skin, within your mouth, throughout your intricate gut, and deep within your various tissues. Collectively, this vast community of microorganisms is referred to as the microbiome. These tiny inhabitants exert influence over virtually every aspect of your biological functioning, from the processes of digestion to subtle shifts in mood, from the intricate workings of your immune system to your overall energy levels. Many of these microbial partners are absolutely essential for your well-being. Without their presence, human life as we know it would not be sustainable. Others simply coexist peacefully, neither causing harm nor directly offering assistance. Taken together, they constitute a bustling, microscopic city operating within you, a dynamic metropolis that continuously adapts and transforms in response to your dietary choices, your surrounding environment, and your individual experiences. When one truly grasps the concept that a greater proportion of your being is actually microbial rather than purely human, it becomes strikingly clear that life is never truly solitary. Even within the confines of our own physical bodies, we function as intricate networks, a cooperative ballet of countless distinct entities sharing a single, living vessel. Tardigrades, those diminutive creatures frequently referred to as water bears, resemble wrinkled, eight-legged cushions equipped with small snouts. They typically measure less than a millimeter in length. Yet their capacity for endurance is truly legendary. When environmental conditions become excessively harsh, when available water completely evaporates, temperatures plummet to extreme lows, or radiation levels become dangerously elevated, these remarkable organisms coil themselves into a dormant state known as cryptobiosis. In this state, they undergo an almost complete desiccation, shedding nearly all their bodily water. While in this suspended animation, they are capable of withstanding environmental extremes that would inevitably prove fatal to virtually any other known organism. Scientific researchers have subjected them to intense radiation exposure, frozen them to cryogenic temperatures, boiled them in extreme heat, and even exposed them to the absolute vacuum of outer space. And yet, they have consistently survived. After extended periods, sometimes years, spent in this state of suspended animation, they can be remarkably revived simply by the reintroduction of water. Their secret lies in the production of specialized proteins and sugars that effectively stabilize their cells, safeguarding their delicate DNA and cellular membranes from damage. They stand as irrefutable living evidence that life can indeed endure in circumstances that appear utterly impossible. If creatures with such remarkable resilience as tardigrades can exist on our planet, it is plausible that similarly hardy organisms could persist on distant worlds, challenging our conventional notions of habitability. Within the concealed realms, beneath the ocean's waves, the fundamental concept of gender is not always a fixed and immutable characteristic. Many species of fish possess the astonishing ability to undergo a complete change of sex at various points throughout their lifespans. In the social structures of clownfish communities, for instance, the largest and most dominant individual invariably transitions into the female role, while all other members of the group remain male. Should this dominant female perish, the next largest male in the hierarchy will then undergo a remarkable transformation, becoming female to assume her vacant position. Similarly, among species like wrasses and groupers, males sometimes shift to female or vice versa, depending entirely on what the group requires to maintain its intricate social and reproductive equilibrium. These profound transformations involve significant biological alterations. Entire reproductive systems are reshaped, hormone levels undergo dramatic shifts, and even behavioral patterns adapt to the new gender role. It serves as a compelling reminder that the categories we frequently perceive as rigid and unchangeable can, in the vast tapestry of nature, be remarkably fluid. In the oceanic environment, survival frequently hinges upon adaptability and flexibility. These fish eloquently demonstrate just how remarkably adaptable biological forms can be, essentially rewriting their own fundamental rules to ensure the continuous propagation of their lineage. The axolotl, a unique amphibian sometimes referred to as the Mexican walking fish, is truly an extraordinary creature. With its distinctive feathery gills, an almost perpetual smile, and an appearance that seems to retain a youthful quality indefinitely, it already possesses an ethereal, almost otherworldly charm. However, its true marvel resides in its unparalleled capacity for regeneration. Unlike human beings, whose bodies typically heal through the formation of scar tissue, axolotls possess the astonishing ability to regrow entire body parts. This includes limbs, intricate spinal cords, even vital hearts, and significant sections of their complex brain tissue. When they sustain an injury, specialized cells within their bodies effectively reset themselves to a more flexible, undifferentiated state, much like powerful stem cells. These cells then meticulously rebuild the missing structures with breathtaking precision. Scientists are intensely studying axolotls, driven by the hope of unlocking the profound secrets behind this regenerative power. Imagine if human beings could regrow damaged organs or repair severe spinal injuries with the same effortless ease that these small salamanders demonstrate. For the axolotl, regeneration is not an extraordinary miracle, but an intrinsic way of life. It is a natural and continuous rhythm of renewal that sustains its perpetually youthful state and its endless resilience within the aquatic environments it calls home. In the silent, cold embrace of winter, certain species of frogs perform a biological feat that appears almost impossible. They completely cease the act of breathing, burying themselves deeply beneath layers of mud or fallen leaves. They enter a state of suspended animation. The marsh frog, for example, can remain submerged underwater for extended periods, sometimes for months, relying entirely on the direct absorption of oxygen through its skin. Other species slow their metabolic processes to such an incredibly low rate that they can survive on almost no oxygen whatsoever. They essentially place their bodies into a prolonged pause until the arrival of spring. This is an extremely delicate balancing act, allowing them to endure environmental conditions that would inevitably suffocate most other living creatures. When the warmth eventually returns, they awaken, emitting their characteristic croaking sounds once more, as if nothing at all had transpired. This remarkable capacity to patiently await the passing of harsh seasons in a state of quiet stillness serves as a profound reminder of nature's inherent patience. It demonstrates that survival frequently depends not on constant activity or rapid movement, but rather on stillness, on holding steady and enduring until the surrounding world once again becomes hospitable and welcoming. Among the most astonishing creatures on Earth is the pistol shrimp, a diminutive animal possessing a claw that functions like a device from science fiction. When this shrimp rapidly snaps its specialized claw shut, it expels a powerful jet of water with such immense velocity that it creates a transient bubble of extremely low pressure. As this bubble instantaneously collapses, it generates a potent shock wave that is capable of stunning or even killing nearby prey. In that fleeting instant, the collapsing bubble produces temperatures that are hotter than the surface of the sun and emits a brief flash of light, detectable with specialized equipment. All of this incredible power emanates from an animal merely a few centimeters in length. Colonies of pistol shrimp can collectively produce sounds akin to a crackling fire beneath the ocean's surface, as thousands of their claws snap in unison. It is almost unbelievable that something so small could harness such immense physical force. This serves as potent proof that even within the most diminutive of bodies, nature conceals the capacity to unleash forces that rival those of distant stars. How does a bird ascertain its direction when it embarks upon journeys across vast oceans or entire continents, frequently traversing thousands of kilometers with astounding precision? Scientists have now discovered that numerous avian species possess the remarkable ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field, utilizing it much like an inherent internal compass. This specialized sense, termed magnetoception, is believed to involve either minuscule magnetic particles embedded within their tissues or particular light-sensitive proteins located within their eyes. Some birds may, in effect, visually perceive magnetic fields as faint, subtle patterns overlaying the observable world around them. This hidden sensory capability guides them across immense, featureless skies where conventional landmarks are entirely absent. It enables species such as Arctic terns to undertake migrations from one pole of the planet to the other, and allows pigeons to unerringly locate their home lofts, even from unfamiliar starting points. To human perception, the Earth's magnetism is an invisible, imperceptible force. However, for these remarkable birds, it constitutes a quiet, indelible map, intricately etched into the very air, directing them with unwavering accuracy across the entire globe. Each autumn, millions of monarch butterflies embark upon one of the most extraordinary migrations witnessed within the animal kingdom. Their fragile, almost translucent wings transport them from the northern expanses of Canada and the United States, all the way to the lofty mountain forests of central Mexico. This is a journey spanning thousands of kilometers. What renders this feat even more astonishing is that no single butterfly completes the entire round trip. Successive generations are born along the arduous route, with each new generation continuing the epic journey that their ancestors commenced. By the time they return northward in the spring, the butterflies are often the great-grandchildren of the original individuals who began the migration many months prior. Guided by innate instincts that we are only beginning to comprehend, they unfailingly find their way to the very same forests, sometimes even the identical trees, year after year. To witness a forest teeming with the vibrant orange and black wings of these creatures is to experience living poetry. They are delicate voyagers who follow unseen maps, intrinsically inscribed within their very being. The octopus is widely considered one of Earth's most peculiar and profoundly intelligent creatures. Its very blood and circulatory system distinctively set it apart from most other life forms. Unlike human beings, who rely upon a single heart to circulate blood, octopuses possess three. Two of these specialized hearts are dedicated to pumping blood through their gills, while the third circulates it to the remaining portions of their body. Furthermore, instead of an iron-based red blood like our own, their blood is copper-based, which gives it a pale, somewhat icy blue hue. This unique adaptation enables them to survive effectively in frigid, oxygen-depleted aquatic environments. Yet, the marvel of the octopus extends far beyond its circulatory system. They possess the uncanny ability to squeeze through impossibly tiny openings, instantly altering the color and texture of their skin and solving complex puzzles with astonishing ingenuity. To encounter an octopus is akin to encountering an alien intellect, a being whose physical form and mental capacities evolved along an entirely divergent evolutionary pathway. It serves as a powerful reminder that there is no singular blueprint for the intricate tapestry of existence. Crows are recognized as being among the most intelligent avian species. Exhibiting memory capabilities and reasoning faculties that can rival those of certain primates. One of their most remarkable proficiencies is the ability to distinguish and recall individual human faces. In controlled scientific experiments, crows have consistently demonstrated that they remember and react specifically to people who have treated them poorly, even going so far as to warn other crows about particular individuals. Years later, they can still accurately recall those specific faces. However, their memory is not solely reserved for grudges. They also recognize and respond to friendly human beings, sometimes leaving small tokens, such as shiny pebbles or fragments of glass, as a form of reciprocation for food. Their capacity to differentiate and remember faces reveals a depth of social intelligence that feels remarkably similar to our own. Observing a crow tilt its head and intently study you, one might ponder who, in fact, is truly observing whom. Behind those dark, intelligent eyes lies a mind that retains memories, makes judgments, and perhaps even transmits narratives to its collective flock. In the glistening world beneath the waves, dolphins inhabit closely knit communities, characterized by abundant play, mutual cooperation, and sophisticated communication. One of their most remarkable traits is that they employ distinct whistles to recognize one another. These unique sounds function as the dolphin equivalent of personal identifiers. Each young calf develops its own signature whistle, a sound it retains throughout its entire existence. Other dolphins utilize this specific sound to address their companions. Individual dolphins can even recognize their own unique name, even when it is produced by a different dolphin. This extraordinary capability points towards a form of individual identity and social awareness, a level of sophistication rarely observed within the animal kingdom. Dolphins have been heard to utter the distinctive whistles of absent companions, almost as if conducting a roll call within the vast expanse of the sea. To envision a pod of dolphins gracefully navigating the waters, calling out to each other in a melodic chorus of whistles, is to gain a glimpse into the profound intricacy of a culture that flourishes beneath the ocean's surface, echoing with vocalizations that we are only just beginning to truly comprehend. Elephants, those magnificent beings, are colossal not only in their sheer physical dimensions, but also in the delicate precision of their senses. With ears that function like expansive, finely tuned receivers, and feet capable of detecting the most subtle tremors, these creatures can perceive oncoming weather disturbances from astonishing distances. Sometimes, these storms are hundreds of kilometers away. Researchers believe that elephants might be able to pick up infrasonic sounds, deep rumblings that fall far below the range of human hearing. These low frequency vibrations are generated by distant thunder or by large scale shifts in atmospheric pressure from evolving weather systems. This early detection provides them with crucial time to initiate extensive migrations towards sources of water and protective shelter. Furthermore, elephants have been observed communicating with one another using these very same low-frequency calls, transmitting vital messages across immense stretches of landscape. For creatures of such imposing mass, their environmental awareness is extraordinarily refined, allowing them to respond to the softest whispers of both the earth and the sky. To stand in close proximity to an elephant is to be near a being profoundly connected to its surroundings, one that registers the planet's subtle pulse in ways we can scarcely begin to fathom. Beneath the ocean's expansive surface, where the sun's radiant light gradually diminishes into an endless, deep blue, humpback whales perform their ancient ritual of song. Their vocalizations are lengthy, haunting successions of deep moans, mournful cries, and intricate melodies that can travel for hundreds of kilometers through the water's dense medium. Each individual song can persist for hours, repeating in complex cycles as the whale slowly drifts or swims along its chosen path. However, what renders these songs truly remarkable is not solely their ethereal beauty, but their dynamic nature. Over periods spanning months and even years, whale populations collectively modify their intricate songs. They incorporate new vocal phrases, while simultaneously omitting older ones, as if the entire group has reached a silent consensus to continually compose their shared melody. These musical alterations ripple through the vast ocean like cultural waves, with the prevailing song of one geographic region gradually spreading and being adopted across other populations. Occasionally, entire groups of whales will embrace a brand new song almost instantaneously. Scientists are still striving to understand the precise reasons behind this behavior. Is it a form of courtship, a means of complex communication, or perhaps even an expression of art for its own sake? Whatever the underlying motivation, their powerful voices transform the ocean into a living symphony, perpetually evolving and ceaselessly alive. As the sun dips below the horizon, the twilight hours imbue the sky with intricate, hidden patterns. Light disperses through our atmosphere in a manner that creates polarized bands, which remain entirely invisible to human perception, but are distinctly legible to other forms of sight. Certain species of bats, truly remarkable navigators of the nocturnal world, possess the ability to perceive these faint visual cues. They utilize these patterns to orient themselves during their extensive journeys, treating the vast sky as a silent compass, subtly etched in the shifting light. This hidden map, when combined with their sophisticated echolocation abilities, allows bats not only to skillfully weave through dense forests, but also to undertake migrations across enormous distances, finding their way with unerring precision. Imagine perceiving the dusk sky not merely as fading colors, but as an intricate network of guiding lines, softly glowing, silently indicating the path homeward. For bats, the world contains additional dimensions of information that remain beyond our capacity to perceive. Their aerial maneuvers serve as a potent reminder that our Earth is replete with secret signals, and that nature's methods of navigation can be as subtle as they are profoundly effective. Slime molds are curious organisms. They are not classified as animals, nor as fungi, nor as plants, but exist as something entirely unique. They manifest as vast, single-celled entities that slowly extend delicate, flowing tendrils as they creep across various surfaces in their patient quest for nourishment. Remarkably, despite possessing no neurons and no centralized brain, they nonetheless exhibit a form of intelligence that profoundly challenges our conventional definitions of thought and cognition. In carefully designed laboratory experiments, scientists have placed slime molds within intricate mazes, positioning food sources at two distinct exits. Gradually, the organism would expand its protoplasmic body into the maze's corridors, retracting from pathways that led to dead ends, and then reinforcing the shortest and most efficient route. Eventually, it would trace the optimal path, as if it had successfully solved the complex puzzle. They even demonstrate an uncanny ability to anticipate recurring events, behaving as though they retain a memory of what has transpired previously. For an organism devoid of any nervous system, this level of problem solving is utterly astonishing. Slime molds strongly suggest that intelligence is not exclusively confined to creatures with brains, but can instead emerge from the collective, cooperative behavior of cells themselves. They embody a compelling truth: intelligence is not merely a specific anatomical form, but rather a fundamental function of life itself. Long before human civilizations ever conceived of planting fields and tending to agricultural crops, various species of ants were already engaged in sophisticated farming practices. Leaf cutter ants, for example, march in seemingly endless processions, meticulously severing small green fragments from various plants and diligently carrying them back to their expansive subterranean dwellings. However, they do not consume these leaves directly. Instead, they carefully process them, mulching them into a nutrient-rich substrate, which they then feed to cultivated fungi. These fungi, in turn, flourish within the humid chambers of the ants' nests. This specialized fungus ultimately becomes the ant's primary source of sustenance. Over millions of years, leaf cutter ants and these specific fungi have evolved into a relationship of complete mutual dependence. The fungi cannot survive without the ants' meticulous care, and the ants, in turn, cannot survive without the fungi, providing their essential food source. Even more astonishingly, the ants enlist the aid of symbiotic bacteria that reside upon their bodies. These bacteria secrete antibiotic compounds, effectively protecting their precious fungal crops from invading pests and diseases. What human beings accomplished only within the last 10,000 years, ants achieved tens of millions of years ago. Beneath the very soil upon which we tread lies an ancient and sophisticated agricultural system, one that we seldom even notice. A single colony of leaf cutter ants can house millions of individual insects, spreading through vast, intricate networks of underground chambers that extend dozens of meters across. These colonies are far more than mere nests. They are bustling, living cities, with constant streams of worker ants moving back and forth, each carrying fragments of greenery, like tiny, living banners. The subterranean architecture is meticulously divided into highly specialized chambers. Nurseries dedicated to the care of their larvae, secure vaults for the queen ant, and expansive caverns where the fungi are carefully cultivated. The queen herself can live for as long as 2 decades, continuously laying eggs that sustain the thriving society. Communication within the colony occurs through the release of pheromones, chemical scent trails that act like public announcements, directing labor with remarkable precision and efficiency. When scientists meticulously map these complex colonies, their structures often bear a striking resemblance to human cities, complete with divisions of labor, sophisticated waste management systems, and intricate resource distribution networks. However, in this case, the architects are blind workers, guided solely by instinct. It is a profoundly humbling realization to consider that beneath the ground, beings no larger than a human fingernail construct societies that rival our own in terms of organization and sheer scale. In the sun-baked savannas of Africa and Australia, termite mounds rise majestically, resembling earthen cathedrals. Some of these towering structures can reach heights exceeding 6 meters. Within their intricate interiors reside millions of termites, diligently tending to their colony and cultivating fungi for their sustenance. What is most truly remarkable, however, is the extraordinary precision with which these mounds regulate their internal climate. Despite the scorching heat of the day and the cold temperatures of the night, the interior environment remains remarkably stable. The entire structure functions much like a living lung, with a complex system of chimneys, vents, and porous walls that facilitate air circulation and maintain thermal balance. The termites continuously modify the mound, diligently repairing, widening, or narrowing passages as external conditions fluctuate. Their ingenious engineering has even served as an inspiration for architects seeking to design sustainable cooling systems for human buildings. Imagine standing beside one of these incredible structures, a towering, seemingly breathing skyscraper of clay, meticulously constructed grain by tiny grain, housing a sophisticated society that relies on natural architectural principles far more advanced than much of what humans design today. The deep ocean, a realm of perpetual blackness extending far beyond the reach of solar illumination, is paradoxically vibrant with its own intrinsic light. Here, countless organisms produce bioluminescence, emitting soft glows in various shades of blue, green, and occasionally red. Tiny plankton sparkle like scattered, drifting stars, while certain fish trail shimmering, luminous lures to attract unsuspecting prey. Jellyfish undulate with neon patterns, some transforming themselves into living fireworks to disorient and confuse predators. In these abyssal depths, light serves as an essential tool, a means to hunt, to conceal oneself, to find a mate, and to communicate. Some creatures glow continuously, while others flash in sudden bursts, so rapid they appear like miniature explosions in the profound darkness. For mariners throughout history, the sight of glowing seas has evoked both wonder and apprehension. But for the animals that inhabit this realm, this radiant light is a fundamental language, a vital element of survival, and at times, a form of ethereal art. The ocean's darkest regions are, in truth, its most dazzling, a place where the complete absence of sunlight gave rise to light of an entirely different, internal kind. On warm, humid nights in places such as Southeast Asia or the Great Smoky Mountains, fireflies orchestrate a breathtaking transformation of the darkness into a living spectacle of light. Initially, their flashes appear to be random and uncoordinated, but then, almost as if by magic, entire populations begin to pulse in perfect synchrony. Thousands of tiny, individual lanterns blink together in a shared rhythm, like the collective heartbeat of the forest itself. This synchronization occurs naturally, with each firefly subtly adjusting its flashing pattern to match those of its nearest neighbors, until the synchronized pattern spreads across the entire canopy of trees. Scientists postulate that this coordinated display enhances their effectiveness in attracting mates. To the human observer, however, it feels nothing short of a miracle. Imagine walking through a forest as the very air pulses with undulating waves of golden light, rising and falling as though nature itself is drawing a profound, luminous breath. In these moments, insects no larger than grains of rice create visual spectacles that rival the grandest human-designed fireworks. And they perform this not just once a year, but night after night, as an integral part of their timeless, beautiful dance. Squid are undisputed masters of disguise. Their skin is densely packed with specialized cells that possess the remarkable ability to instantly change color, to reflect ambient light, or even to scatter light in a manner akin to glass. Utilizing chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores working in perfect harmony, squid can flash complex patterns across their bodies in an instant. Stripes, ripples, or intricate camouflage, allowing them to blend flawlessly into sandy seabeds or the vast, open water. Some particular species, however, are capable of an even more advanced feat, rendering themselves almost entirely invisible. By precisely scattering light in just the right configuration, they appear to dissolve into the shimmering water around them, their distinct outlines completely erased. Others become translucent, allowing their internal organs to be faintly visible, while the rest of their bodies seemingly vanish into the ocean's depths. In the expansive open sea, where natural hiding places are scarce, invisibility provides an unparalleled defense mechanism. It also serves as an effective hunting tool, allowing squid to approach unsuspecting prey like silent, ethereal phantoms. Invisibility, a concept long confined to the realm of science fiction, is a living reality, perfected within these strange, intelligent cephalopods that inhabit the deep. Sharks are ancient, formidable predators, yet some species also function as living lantern-bearers of the sea. Lantern sharks, for instance, emit a subtle, bioluminescent shimmer, casting a soft green or blue light along their undersides. This inherent glow serves as a clever form of camouflage, helping them blend into the faint, dappled light that filters down from the ocean's surface. This makes them virtually imperceptible to potential predators swimming below them. Other species of glowing sharks utilize their light for communication, signaling to potential mates or rivals in the profound darkness of the deep. The light originates from specialized light, producing organs known as photophores, which are dispersed across their bodies like living constellations. In the twilight zone of the ocean, these sharks drift like stars that swim, silent and luminous. To envision a predator gently glowing in the vast abyss is to perceive the ocean as both eerie and utterly enchanting. It is not a barren darkness, but rather a vibrant theater of light, where even the hunters carry their own lanterns, and survival itself becomes a luminous spectacle. Within the frigid, silent waters of the North Atlantic resides one of the most enigmatic animals on our planet, the Greenland shark. These immense creatures glide slowly through the deep, often blind due to parasitic worms that attach to their eyes. Yet, they live lives of astonishing duration. Radiocarbon dating of their eye tissues has revealed individual specimens that are more than 4 centuries old, establishing them as the longest-lived vertebrates known to science. Some of these sharks were alive before William Shakespeare penned his iconic plays, before early telescopes unveiled the distant stars, and before numerous empires rose and subsequently fell. Greenland sharks exhibit extremely slow growth, sometimes increasing by less than a centimeter per year, and may not achieve reproductive maturity until they are well over a century old. Their sluggish pace of life and the consistently cold environment they inhabit seem to protect them from the relentless wear and tear of time. To contemplate a creature silently traversing dark waters for centuries upon centuries is to grasp how profoundly differently time can unfold for other beings that share this world with us. For most animal species, the complete absence of oxygen signifies imminent death. However, in certain tranquil ponds and meandering rivers, particularly where ice seals the surface during winter and oxygen levels plummet dramatically, some fish execute feats of endurance that defy belief. Goldfish and their wild relatives, the crucian carp, can survive for weeks without any oxygen by shifting their metabolism into a highly unusual mode. Instead of producing harmful lactic acid, as human bodies do when deprived of air, these fish generate ethanol, essentially a type of alcohol. They then harmlessly release this ethanol into the surrounding water. This remarkable biochemical trick allows them to safely endure prolonged, suffocating winters, awakening only when the thaw eventually arrives. It is by no means a comfortable existence, but it is a powerful form of survival, representing one of the most astonishing metabolic adaptations found in the natural world. While human beings gasp for air after only a few minutes, these fish endure timeless stillness, demonstrating that life can indeed bend its fundamental rules when the environment imperatively demands it. When drought grips the land and rivers recede to cracked, dry clay, the majority of fish perish. But this is not the fate of the lungfish. This ancient survivor, often regarded as a living fossil, possesses both gills for aquatic breathing and lungs for aerial respiration. It has learned the profound art of waiting. As the waters gradually diminish, the lungfish burrows deeply into the soft mud, secreting a protective, slimy cocoon that hardens around its body. Inside this protective casing, it slows its metabolism to an almost imperceptible whisper, breathing with its specialized lungs in tiny, carefully measured sips of air. It can remain in this state for many months, sometimes even years, patiently until the rains eventually return and the rivers once again swell with water. Then, with astonishing patience, it wriggles free, emerging as if nothing at all had transpired. This state of suspended animation is termed estivation, and it allows lungfish to endure environmental extremes that would certainly prove fatal to almost any other vertebrate. Their ingenious strategy is not to actively combat the drought, but rather to simply sleep through it, placing their trust in the inevitable return of water. It is a profound lesson in persistence, intricately written into their very bones. For many centuries, the life cycle of eels remained an enigma. The ancient philosopher Aristotle, for instance, once pondered their origins, unable to find any conclusive evidence of their reproduction. We now understand that eels undertake one of the most remarkable migratory journeys on our planet. European and American eels spend the majority of their lives in freshwater rivers and lakes, growing and maturing over several decades. Then, when the time for reproduction finally arrives, they embark on an extraordinary journey, traveling thousands of kilometers to the Sargasso Sea, a distinctive region of the Atlantic Ocean characterized by vast expanses of drifting seaweed. There, in the vast openness of the ocean, they spawn and subsequently perish. Their offspring, which are tiny, transparent larvae shaped like delicate willow leaves, then drift back across the ocean currents, eventually transforming into young eels that instinctively return to the very rivers their parents never had the chance to see. It is a life cycle so improbable, so profoundly secretive, that even today, scientists still struggle to fully observe and understand its every detail. The life of the eel continues to be one of the ocean's deepest, most enduring mysteries. Beneath the vibrant tapestry of coral reefs, as night descends, parrotfish make preparations for their rest. However, instead of simply finding a crevice to tuck into, they employ a unique and rather ingenious method. They secrete a protective cocoon made of mucus, enveloping themselves completely within a transparent, shimmering bubble. This slimy sleeping bag serves a crucial purpose. It effectively masks their scent from nocturnal predators, such as lurking moray eels, making them much harder to detect. It is also believed that this mucus shield may offer protection against bothersome parasites. To observe a parrotfish nestled within its own ethereal, shimmering bubble is both a strange and magical sight, akin to witnessing a creature wrapped in a ghostly, protective veil. By morning, the fish breaks free from its cocoon, ready to spend its day diligently crunching on coral with its beak, like jaws. A process that, remarkably, helps create the very sand that forms our tropical beaches. Each night, this intricate cycle repeats itself, a bed spun from delicate mucus, a fragile yet effective barrier against the inherent dangers of darkness. In this small, ingenious ritual lies a profound reminder that even sleep in the wild is never a simple affair. It is, in fact, an active and often clever act of survival. In the intricate underwater world of seahorses, traditional biological roles are, quite remarkably, reversed. While the males of most animal species typically compete fiercely for the opportunity to fertilize eggs, male seahorses engage in a very different and nurturing behavior. After elaborate courtship dances and delicate displays, the female seahorse carefully deposits her eggs into a specialized brood pouch located on the male's body. Within this pouch, he then fertilizes the eggs and provides essential oxygen and nutrients as they undergo their development. Several weeks later, the male seahorse experiences labor, gently releasing fully formed miniature seahorses into the vast expanse of the sea. This truly unique arrangement frees the female to produce additional eggs, while the male willingly assumes the primary nurturing role. To witness a male seahorse giving birth, his body writhing as dozens of tiny replicas burst forth into the water, is both a surreal and deeply moving spectacle. It powerfully demonstrates that gender roles in the natural world are far from rigid. They are profoundly fluid, and parenting can manifest in forms as diverse and imaginative as life itself. In the seahorse, we are presented with an oceanic inversion of our conventional expectations, a testament to nature's boundless creativity. Water striders, those delicate insects with long, remarkably spindly legs, glide effortlessly across the tranquil surfaces of ponds and streams, as if they are skating on glass. Their incredible secret lies in the fundamental principles of physics. Tiny, specialized hairs adorning their legs effectively repel water, trapping a thin layer of air that prevents them from breaking the water's surface tension. With each graceful stride, they exert a gentle pressure against the subtly dimpled water beneath them, utilizing it much like an invisible trampoline. Entire communities of water striders can gather, moving in perfect synchrony, resembling a ballet of dancers performing on a mirrored stage. For these insects, the water's surface is not an insurmountable barrier, but rather an expansive world of its own, offering abundant food sources and a vital escape from aquatic predators lurking beneath. To us, the act of walking on water appears miraculous. To these insects, it is simply a part of their daily existence, a skill honed and perfected over millions of years of evolution. Observing them glide so effortlessly across still ponds feels like gaining a glimpse into an entirely different set of natural rules, a realm where the boundary between air and water transforms into a playful, vibrant arena. Tardigrades, those tiny, plump creatures affectionately known as water bears, are renowned as being among the most indestructible life forms currently known to science. Beyond their remarkable ability to survive the harsh vacuum of outer space, they also possess the incredible fortitude to endure radiation levels thousands of times greater than those that would prove fatal to human beings. They achieve this astonishing feat by producing unique proteins that meticulously shield their DNA from damage, and by entering that near-death state called cryptobiosis. In this state, their bodies undergo extreme dehydration. Their metabolic processes slow to an almost imperceptible rate, and their cells are fortified against various forms of harm. Years later, they can be remarkably revived with nothing more than a simple drop of water. Scientists are studying them intently, driven by the hope of unraveling the secrets of their extraordinary resilience. This knowledge could potentially be applied to advancements in human health the development of more effective radiation protection, or even in facilitating long-duration space travel. Water bears, though invisible to the unaided eye, serve as a powerful reminder that true strength is not about physical size, but rather about unparalleled endurance. It is the profound capacity to survive the seemingly impossible and, against all odds, to awaken once more. In some of the Earth's most unforgiving deserts, where the scorching sun and relentless, desiccating winds render the surface utterly unbearable, life has ingeniously discovered a means to persist by hiding. Certain types of algae burrow deep into the porous interiors of rocks, existing within translucent mineral layers that provide a vital shield from the extreme elements. These endolithic organisms sustain themselves on the faint, diffuse trickles of light that manage to penetrate the stone and on the sparse moisture that seeps through microscopic cracks. It is a precarious and challenging existence, yet it permits them to endure in environments where almost nothing else can survive. Scientists have uncovered these hidden algae in the exceptionally arid dry valleys of Antarctica and within the stark Atacama Desert. Environments so extreme that they are frequently used as analogues for studying the potential for life on Mars. These concealed algae whisper a profound truth: life does not necessarily require abundance. It needs only the smallest sliver of possibility. To live within the very heart of stone is to defy our conventional expectations of where life can truly flourish, expanding our imagination regarding what kinds of worlds beyond Earth might harbor their own unique forms of existence. At a casual glance, lichens often appear as simple, unassuming patches of crust or moss clinging steadfastly to rocks and tree bark. However, they are not, in fact, singular organisms at all. They represent intricate and profound partnerships, typically between a fungus and an alga, or occasionally a cyanobacterium. In this remarkable symbiotic relationship, the fungal component provides essential shelter, structural support, and facilitates access to vital minerals from the environment. In return, the algal or cyanobacterial partner contributes through photosynthesis, efficiently capturing energy directly from sunlight. Together, they form a composite, living being that is demonstrably greater and more resilient than the sum of its individual parts. Lichens possess an extraordinary capacity to colonize bare stone, glacial ice, and even man-made rooftops, slowly breaking down these surfaces, and in doing so, paving the way for other forms of life to eventually establish themselves. They endure in a vast array of environments, from the frozen expanses of the tundra to the scorching heat of deserts, surviving extremes that prove fatal to most other plants. Some lichens are even believed to live for thousands of years. Their quiet, unwavering persistence offers us a profound lesson about cooperation. Two fundamentally different forms of life uniting into a single, cohesive entity. This eloquently proves that survival, at times, depends not on fierce competition, but rather on profound partnership. A lesson as ancient as the Earth itself. For the vast majority of life on our planet, oxygen represents the final crucial step in the process of respiration. It is the molecule that readily accepts electrons, thereby allowing vital energy to flow throughout an organism's cells. However, some remarkable bacteria exist in environments where oxygen is completely absent. In the deep, compacted mud of seabeds, within subterranean caves, or in isolated underground aquifers, these bacteria instead utilize metals in place of oxygen. Elements such as iron, manganese, and even uranium can serve as substitutes for oxygen, with the bacteria effectively exhaling them as an integral part of their metabolic processes. These unique organisms often form rust, like coatings on rock surfaces, or transform metals into new chemical states, subtly yet significantly reshaping their surrounding environments. Their extraordinary ability provides a fascinating glimpse into Earth's ancient past, a time when oxygen was scarce and other elements were pivotal in driving life's fundamental chemistry. It also opens up intriguing possibilities for the existence of life on alien worlds, where oxygen might not be present at all. To imagine creatures that, in essence, breathe metal is to truly grasp how flexible and endlessly inventive life can be, transforming what appears to be inert and lifeless matter into a dynamic fuel for its own unwavering persistence. Plastic, a testament to humanity's enduring ingenuity and pervasive influence, has spread to every imaginable corner of our Earth. It clogs our vast oceans, litters our fertile soils, and steadfastly resists natural decay for centuries. And yet, even this synthetic material, entirely new to nature, has not entirely escaped life's relentless embrace. In recent years, scientific researchers have made astonishing discoveries. Specific microbes are capable of breaking down certain types of plastics, utilizing them as a novel source of energy. One particular bacterium, known as Ideonella sakaiensis, produces specialized enzymes that effectively dismantle polyethylene terephthalate, the common material used in countless bottles and packaging. Fungi, too, have demonstrated the capacity to digest plastics in controlled laboratory experiments. Although these processes are often slow and far from perfect, these emerging abilities hint at life's truly astonishing adaptability. In merely a few decades, organisms are already evolving to exploit a substance that had no natural precedent whatsoever. It serves as a sobering reminder of the sheer scale of human impact on our planet, but simultaneously stands as a powerful testament to life's unwavering drive to utilize whatever environment or challenge it encounters. Beneath the forest floor lies a hidden, intricate web, a vast network of fungal threads weaving through the soil, connecting the root systems of trees into an immense, collaborative system. Through these unseen underground connections, trees engage in a profound form of sharing, exchanging vital nutrients such as sugars, nitrogen, and phosphorus with one another. They even transmit subtle chemical signals, effectively warning neighboring trees of impending insect attacks or periods of drought. Older, larger trees, sometimes affectionately referred to as mother trees, actively nourish younger seedlings through these extensive networks, thereby ensuring the survival and growth of the next generation. Scientists have aptly dubbed this vast, interconnected system the Wood Wide Web, a quiet, continuous communication channel that binds the entire forest together into a cohesive entity. Although trees appear silent and isolated above ground, below the surface they are intricately joined in a constant, vital exchange, functioning more like a close-knit community than a collection of separate individuals. To walk through a forest, armed with this knowledge, is to perceive it in an entirely new light. Every individual trunk becomes a towering structure, intimately connected by hidden threads, engaged in a conversation of roots and fungi that has been ongoing for millions of years. Plants, though rooted firmly in place and seemingly passive, are in fact far from inactive. When herbivorous insects begin to chew on their delicate leaves, some plants possess the remarkable ability to release specific chemical signals into the surrounding air. These volatile compounds then drift on the gentle breeze to nearby plants of the same species. effectively triggering them to activate their own defensive preparations. This can involve producing bitter, tasting chemicals, toughening their plant tissues, or even emitting signals that attract predators of the very insects that are causing the damage. In this sophisticated manner, plants warn each other of approaching threats. Some species even alter the taste of their leaves so dramatically that herbivores will abandon them in favor of less prepared meals. To human senses, these urgent warnings remain entirely invisible, carried as faint perfumes or subtle odors that we might never detect. But within the silent battlefields of fields and forests, they are powerful cries of alarm, unseen messages drifting silently on the wind. Plants, it becomes clear, are not merely mute observers of their fate. They are active and intelligent participants in their own survival, communicating through an intricate language written in the subtle language of scent and complex chemistry. The Venus flytrap stands as one of nature's most iconic and intriguing predators, a plant that rapidly snaps shut on unsuspecting insects. However, it does not expend its precious energy on false alarms. Inside each of its specialized traps are tiny, sensitive trigger hairs. A single touch to one of these hairs is usually ignored. But if a second touch occurs within approximately 20 seconds, the trap immediately closes, securely enclosing its prey within. The plant is, in essence, performing a rudimentary form of counting. Once the trap is shut, subsequent touches further stimulate the plant to begin secreting digestive enzymes, which then break down the captured insect into valuable nutrients. This ingenious counting mechanism ensures that the plant only invests its considerable energy when a genuine meal has been secured. It represents a surprisingly sophisticated behavior for an organism completely devoid of nerves or a brain. To observe a Venus flytrap in action is akin to witnessing intelligence expressed in a vibrant green form. It is a patient hunter lying in wait, precisely timing its response with silent accuracy, transforming stillness into a cunning strategy in the most unexpected of ways. Memory is a faculty we typically associate with animals, particularly those with complex brains. However, certain plants also appear to possess a form of recall. In scientific experiments, the sensitive plant, Mimosa pudica, which famously folds its leaves inward when touched, was repeatedly subjected to a harmless dropping motion. Initially, its leaves would snap shut in a defensive response. But over a period of time, the plant gradually ceased reacting, as if it had learned that the stimulus posed no actual danger. Weeks later, the plant still remembered, continuing to ignore the harmless drops while promptly responding to new, genuine threats. This specific form of memory does not involve neurons, but rather biochemical changes occurring within its cells, altering how they respond to specific stimuli. It powerfully demonstrates that even organisms without a central nervous system can retain information from past experiences and adjust their subsequent behavior in the future. Plants, though rooted firmly in place, are not without a form of awareness. In their own unique way, they record experience, continuously learning from the world that shapes their existence. Among the fastest-growing plants on our planet, bamboo exhibits an almost magical pace of expansion. Under ideal growing conditions, certain species can elongate by nearly a meter in a single day. This growth is so incredibly swift that attentive observers sometimes claim they can literally witness it rising before their eyes. Its hollow stems, meticulously divided into segments, permit nutrients and water to surge efficiently upwards, fueling this explosive growth. For centuries, Bamboo has served as an invaluable resource for human civilizations, providing food, shelter, tools, and even musical instruments. However, its remarkable speed of growth also establishes it as a powerful symbol of resilience and renewal in numerous cultures. In regions where it naturally grows, bamboo stands as both a vital construction material and a profound living metaphor. It symbolizes strength found through flexibility, power expressed through patience, and astonishing speed achieved through elegant design. Bamboo's rapid growth is not merely extraordinary, it is deeply poetic, embodying nature's inherent ability to flourish with breathtaking swiftness. Deep within the verdant rainforests of Sumatra, a plant exists with a bloom so monumental that it has captivated explorers and botanists alike. This is the Titan arum, occasionally referred to as the corpse flower, due to a unique characteristic. When it finally flowers, an event that occurs infrequently and unpredictably, a single floral stalk can ascend to heights exceeding 3 meters, standing majestically like a towering spire. The bloom unfolds to reveal a deep, rich crimson interior, and at the same time, releases an intense odor. This scent is powerfully reminiscent of decaying flesh. The truly foul aroma serves a specific biological purpose. It irresistibly draws in carrion beetles and flies, which are deceived into thinking they have found a food source. As these insects search in vain for sustenance, they inadvertently pollinate the plant. For the brief period that the flower remains open, it transforms into a spectacle that balances both striking beauty and a certain grotesqueness, easily one of the largest and most unusual blooms in the entire natural world. Crowds frequently gather at botanical gardens when Titan arums are in bloom, drawn by a potent mix of curiosity and sheer wonder. In its fleeting, yet monumental, floral display, the Titan arum encapsulates the inherent drama of life itself: brief, undeniably bold, and utterly unforgettable. Orchids, with their intricate and varied forms, are truly masters of biological deception. Some species have evolved highly specialized methods to entice male insects by meticulously mimicking both the physical appearance and the distinctive chemical scent of female insects. Their delicate petals adopt shapes that closely resemble insect bodies, while chemical compounds present on their surfaces release fragrances that are virtually identical to pheromones. Male insects, completely fooled by this cunning imitation, attempt to mate with the flower, and in doing so, brush against its pollen-laden structures. When they subsequently move on to another orchid, they unwittingly transport the pollen with them, thereby completing the plant's reproductive cycle. This is a survival strategy that borders on pure trickery, an elaborate biological illusion crafted with astonishing perfection. To our human perception, the orchid is a thing of exquisite beauty. To an unsuspecting insect, it represents a fleeting promise, utterly irresistible yet ultimately false. Within these delicate, artful blooms, the forces of evolution reveal their profound cunning, demonstrating that survival can be achieved not through brute force, but through subtle artifice, persuasive allure, and the quiet, potent power of seduction. The name, corpse flower, is, in fact, given to a few different species that share this remarkable trait. I'm standing near a blooming one is an experience unlike almost any other. Native to the lush rainforests of Sumatra, this colossal bloom, another example of the Titan arum, emits an odor so potent and repulsive that it can be detected from many hundreds of meters away. To human noses, it unequivocally smells of decomposition, a nauseating stench of putrefied meat. Yet, for specific types of flies and beetles, that are attracted to carrion. This smell is an irresistible summons. They crawl deep into the flower's vast, cavernous structure, inadvertently collecting pollen as they move between different blooms. The strategy is incredibly effective. By meticulously mimicking the smell of death, the plant ensures the continuation of its own life. For the brief duration of its flowering, the corpse flower becomes a compelling spectacle, simultaneously repulsive and mesmerizing, drawing throngs of curious onlookers eager to witness and experience this natural marvel. In its grotesque splendor lies a powerful lesson: survival can adopt a multitude of forms, and even profound revulsion can be ingeniously transformed into a potent tool for the purpose of reproduction. Seeds are, in essence, nature's own meticulously crafted time capsules. Encased within their protective outer coverings, they harbor the complete blueprint for future life, patiently awaiting the precise environmental conditions to awaken. Some of these remarkable seeds possess the capacity to bide their time, not just for a few years, but for entire millennia. In the frozen expanses of Siberia, scientists achieved the incredible feat of reviving a flowering plant from a seed that had been entombed in permafrost for over 30,000 years. In the arid Judean desert, a date palm seed, astonishingly 2,000 years old, was successfully coaxed back to life, its tender leaves reaching towards the modern sun. This profound endurance stems from a remarkable ability to almost entirely shut down their metabolic processes, thereby preserving their delicate internal tissues against the slow, relentless march of time. Seeds may appear lifeless as they lie buried in the soil, or remain tucked away within ancient ruins, but within each one resides an enduring spark of potential, patiently waiting across countless centuries. To cradle such a seed in one's hand is to feel the immense patience of nature, holding the promise of tomorrow's vast forests in quiet, suspended slumber. Along tropical coastlines, where the rhythmic meeting of the sea and the land creates unique environments, dense mangrove forests stand tall, their intricate roots tangled together like a complex, knotted web. These resilient trees thrive in conditions where most other plant life cannot, in salty, brackish waters. To survive in such an environment, mangroves have developed extraordinary and highly specialized adaptations. Some species possess the ability to filter salt directly from the seawater at the root level, selectively drawing up only fresh water for their own use. Other mangrove species excrete excess salt through specialized glands located on their leaves, leaving behind crusty, white residues that sparkle on the foliage. Their distinctive arching roots not only provide crucial stability for the trees in soft, shifting sediments, but also create vital nurseries and sheltered habitats for countless species of fish, crabs, and other marine life. Mangroves play an indispensable role in protecting coastlines from erosion and the destructive forces of storms, effectively acting as living, dynamic barriers between the terrestrial and marine realms. They are, in essence, the guardians of the shore, flourishing precisely where fresh and saltwater intimately mix. Each individual mangrove tree functions as both a skilled engineer and a powerful protector, offering compelling proof that survival in harsh environments frequently arises not from direct resistance, but from profound adaptation and quiet, unwavering resilience. Wildfires sweep across vast landscapes with terrifying speed and intensity, reducing entire forests and fields to barren ash. Yet, once the smoke clears and the flames subside, life often remarkably re-emerges, particularly from the resilient grasses. Unlike many plants that perish when their leaves are consumed by fire, certain grasses store their vital life force underground, within hardy organs called rhizomes or bulbs. Even when intense fire scorches the surface, these hidden parts remain securely protected, patiently awaiting the opportunity to sprout fresh, green blades. Within a matter of weeks, scorched ground can once again glow with tender shoots, providing sustenance for grazing animals and initiating the crucial process of rebuilding entire ecosystems. In fact, many grasslands are inherently dependent on periodic fires to renew themselves, as the flames clear away dead plant material and enrich the soil with valuable ash. Fire, which appears to be a purely destructive force, is, in these environments, an integral part of their natural cycle of rebirth. To witness a prairie ecosystem return to life after a fire is to observe resilience made truly visible, compelling proof that destruction and renewal are often two inseparable sides of the same timeless, natural rhythm. When we envision coral reefs, our minds conjure images of sprawling underwater cities, teeming with vibrant fish, graceful sea turtles, and an explosion of luminous colors. Yet, these magnificent reefs are, in fact, constructed by some of the most diminutive creatures of the sea: coral polyps, tiny animals distantly related to jellyfish. Each individual polyp meticulously secretes calcium carbonate, slowly forming the hard, stony skeletons that accumulate over thousands of years to build the colossal reef structures. Although individually small and seemingly fragile, collectively they create formations so immense they are discernible even from outer space. These intricate reefs provide shelter for an astonishing quarter of all marine life, offering essential food sources, secure homes, and crucial breeding grounds. They also serve to protect coastlines from the relentless force of waves and the destructive power of storms, acting as living, dynamic barriers. Without corals, tropical seas would be largely barren. Their quiet, tireless labor constructs kingdoms of unparalleled beauty and biodiversity, fragile yet profoundly vital. To swim among them is to move through a living cathedral, not sculpted from inert stone, but built from the very essence of life itself, forged by countless small beings working in harmonious collaboration across centuries. Within the vibrant and bustling habitats of coral reefs, clownfish reside nestled safely within the undulating tentacles of sea anemones. This is a location that is deadly to the vast majority of other marine creatures. Anemones wield powerful stinging cells that can paralyze fish upon contact, but clownfish are miraculously coated in a specialized mucus that renders them immune to these stings. This unique adaptation allows them to seek refuge securely within the anemone's protective embrace, impervious to its venom. In return for this sanctuary, clownfish provide distinct benefits to their hosts. They actively chase away potential predators, meticulously clean away debris, and stir the surrounding water, which assists the anemone in its respiration. The partnership is so intimately close that the fish rarely venture far from their living fortress. To observe them darting amongst the swaying tentacles, their bright orange bodies contrasting strikingly against the undulating white or purple arms, it is easy to understand why they have so thoroughly captured the human imagination. This relationship represents a delicate balance of inherent danger and mutual protection, a profound, unspoken trust established between two distinct species that renders their survival possible. On many reefs, certain fish species undertake an unexpected, yet vital, social role. They act as barbers and doctors to their neighbors. Cleaner fish, such as various types of wrasses, establish specific cleaning stations, where larger fish, including even formidable predators, gather peacefully. Instead of engaging in hunting, these larger fish patiently await their turn as the smaller, cleaner fish dart expertly over their bodies, meticulously nibbling away parasites, dead skin, and accumulated debris. Groupers, moray eels, and parrotfish all willingly submit to this service. Sometimes they even open their mouths wide, allowing the cleaner fish to swim inside and thoroughly tidy their gills. This remarkable behavior benefits both parties involved. The cleaner fish gain a steady and reliable food source, while their clients experience welcome relief from bothersome pests. To observe a reef cleaning station is akin to watching a bustling marketplace or a tranquil spa, where species that might otherwise be enemies coexist in a striking display of cooperation. It powerfully demonstrates that even within nature's often competitive world, mutualism can flourish, creating moments of peace where survival depends not on conflict, but on collaboration and a profound, unspoken trust. For numerous species of sharks, the act of swimming is not merely a form of movement, it is an absolute necessity for survival. Without continuous motion, they would inevitably suffocate. Unlike many bony fish that possess the ability to pump water over their gills while remaining stationary, certain sharks rely on constant forward movement to force oxygen, rich water through their gill structures. These particular sharks, known as obligate ram ventilators, examples include the majestic great white shark and the swift mako shark, are perpetually in motion, both day and night, to achieve a state of rest or sleep. They are believed to shut down specific portions of their brains, while their powerful bodies continue their swimming motions. This is a kind of drifting, half-dream state of perpetual motion. This ceaseless journeying imbues them with a mysterious and awe-inspiring presence, forever on the move, never truly still. To watch footage of such sharks gliding endlessly through the deep water evokes a sense of their alien rhythm, creatures intrinsically built not for repose, but for an unbroken, relentless wandering. For them, the vast ocean serves as both their bed and their highway, a realm where life is sustained only by continuous, unwavering momentum. On warm, sandy beaches, newly hatched sea turtles painstakingly dig themselves free from their nests and embark upon a desperate, instinctive crawl towards the beckoning sea. Guided by an innate sense, they orient themselves towards the brightest horizon, which is typically the shimmering moonlight and starlight reflecting off the distant waves. This ancient navigational system has served their species for millions of years, directing tiny hatchlings towards the immense, protective embrace of the ocean. As adults, sea turtles undertake even more extraordinary journeys, navigating vast distances across entire oceans to return to the very same beaches where they were originally born. How they achieve such remarkable precision remains, in part, a profound mystery, though scientific research suggests that both the Earth's magnetic fields and celestial cues play significant roles. To imagine a creature navigating its perilous journey by the subtle shimmer of distant stars is to glimpse a form of navigation far older than any human maps or compasses, an inherent reliance on the sky itself. Their epic journeys serve as a powerful reminder that even the smallest spark of light can ultimately guide us across immense stretches of darkness. In the frigid, icy seas where penguins make their home, sources of fresh water are often exceedingly scarce. Yet, these remarkable birds thrive, diving and swimming for hours without any apparent difficulty. Their secret lies in specialized glands situated above their eyes. These unique glands effectively filter salt from their bloodstream. after consuming seawater or swallowing briny fish. These glands excrete the concentrated salt as small droplets, which then drip from their beaks or are expelled in tiny sprays when they sneeze. This crucial adaptation allows penguins to survive and flourish in environments where human beings would rapidly succumb to dehydration. It liberates them to live entirely within the marine world, free from any dependence on rivers or rainfall. To observe a penguin shaking its head, scattering a fine mist of salt water, is to witness a subtle marvel of biological physiology. Within their distinctive tuck-toed bodies lies a design perfectly attuned to the harsh realities of ice and ocean, a bird that has transformed the very sea itself into its endless, life-sustaining drinking fountain. High above the vast expanse of oceans, where land is a distant memory and the possibility of rest seems utterly impossible, some remarkable birds have developed the ability to sleep while in flight. The magnificent great frigatebird, for instance, spends weeks aloft without ever touching down, effortlessly gliding on warm air currents. Researchers have made an astonishing discovery. While flying, these birds are capable of shutting down one half of their brain at a time. This allows them to rest one hemisphere, while the other remains sufficiently alert to maintain control and steer their course. These brief periods of rest, known as micronaps, may last only a few seconds each, but taken repeatedly, they enable the bird to survive incredibly long journeys without ever needing to land. It is a breathtaking adaptation. To dream while in constant motion, to achieve repose without ever stopping. Imagine drifting through the boundless sky, your eyes half closed, carried by invisible winds, suspended delicately between full wakefulness and profound slumber. For birds that exist at the very edge of biological endurance, sleep itself has become as flexible and as creatively adapted as their incredible flight. Albatrosses are undisputed masters of the wind, spending the vast majority of their extensive lives soaring gracefully over immense oceans. Their impressive wings, which can stretch up to 3.5 meters across, are perfectly engineered for a highly efficient technique known as dynamic soaring. By skillfully angling their bodies into prevailing wind currents, they are able to rise and fall in vast, sweeping arcs, expertly extracting energy from the invisible waves of air above the sea. This remarkable ability allows them to glide for hours, sometimes even days, without a single flap of their wings. With this extraordinary gift, albatrosses can effortlessly circumnavigate the globe, traveling tens of thousands of kilometers each year. They sleep while on the wing, drink rainwater collected in their specialized beaks, and only return to land for the crucial purpose of breeding. To witness an albatross floating endlessly above the waves is to behold a creature that is utterly at one with the very air itself, riding the winds as though the entire sky were an endless, open road. Hummingbirds, tiny and radiating with vibrant colors, are among the most astonishing athletes in the entirety of the natural world. Their wings move with such incredible speed that they blur faster than the human eye can possibly follow, enabling them to hover precisely in place and dart instantly in any direction. To fuel these extraordinary feats, their hearts beat at truly astonishing rates, often exceeding 1,000 times per minute during active flight. Their metabolic rate is so incredibly rapid that they must consume nectar almost continuously, visiting hundreds of flowers every single day. At night, in order to conserve their precious energy, they enter a specialized state known as torpor, dramatically slowing their heart rates, almost as if they are slipping into a mini hibernation. Hummingbirds stand as living proof of nature's extremes. Creatures so delicate that they weigh less than a penny, yet so incredibly powerful that they can undertake migrations across the entire Gulf of Mexico in a single, non-stop flight. Within their tiny, jewel-like bodies beats a rhythm as fast and as fiery as life itself can possibly burn. Courtship rituals in the animal kingdom manifest in a vast array of forms, but among certain bird species, they truly ascend to the level of an art form. Birds of paradise, for example, execute dances of breathtaking complexity. Males meticulously clear specific display areas on the forest floor, then proceed to hop, sway, and unfurl their specialized feathers into dazzling shapes of vibrant color and light. Some species even undergo a complete visual transformation, spreading their wings and tails to create symmetrical, intricate patterns, their bodies becoming living kaleidoscopes of motion and hue. Female birds observe these elaborate performances with intense scrutiny, selecting their mates based on the precision and innovative creativity of these displays. In other parts of the world, grebes perform elegant, perfectly synchronized dances upon the water's surface, running side by side in flawless unison. These rituals are far more than mere instinct. They are performances meticulously honed by millions of years of evolution, with each movement serving as a potent declaration of vitality and inherent charm. To witness such displays is to gain a glimpse into courtship, elevated to the level of true theater, where survival is expressed through beauty, rhythm, and profound grace. Deep within the ancient forests of Australia lives the lyrebird, an unparalleled master of vocal mimicry. Its tail feathers, artfully shaped like a lyre, are a visual wonder in themselves. However, its true extraordinary gift lies in its voice. Lyrebirds possess the astonishing ability to imitate almost any sound they hear. This includes not only the calls of other birds and the creaking of branches, but also the distinct clicks of camera shutters, the harsh buzz of chainsaws, and even the shrill shriek of car alarms. Male lyrebirds skillfully weave these diverse imitations into elaborate songs, specifically designed to impress females, layering natural and artificial sounds into an uncanny and utterly unique symphony. To stand in a forest and hear a lyrebird call is akin to listening to the environment itself echoing back in unexpected and surreal ways. Their mimicry is so incredibly precise that it can completely deceive the human ear. In the lyrebird, nature has created not merely a singer, but a true impressionist, a performer capable of replaying the complex sounds of the modern world through the ancient voice of the wild. The Arctic tern is a voyager without equal. Each year, it undertakes an incredible journey from its breeding grounds in the high Arctic all the way to Antarctica. And then, with unwavering resolve, it makes the arduous return trip. This round-trip migration covers a staggering distance of more than 70 Zalosen kilometers. This means that the Arctic tern experiences 2 summers annually, perpetually pursuing endless daylight across the globe. Over the course of its lifetime, a single bird may fly a cumulative distance equivalent to 3 complete trips to the moon and back. Despite its seemingly delicate appearance, the Arctic tern endures fierce storms, vast oceans, and endless stretches of sky, guided by innate instincts that scientists are only just beginning to unravel. It is a creature fundamentally defined by motion, living an endless cycle of light and distance. To envision such a tiny bird tracing immense arcs across the Earth is to realize that migration is not merely a strategy for survival, but a profound form of cosmic dance, a life story intricately written upon the very map of the planet itself. When young spiders hatch, they frequently face the urgent need to disperse far from their crowded birthplace. Their solution to this challenge is truly ingenious. They ascend to a high vantage point, elevate their bodies, and then release fine threads of silk that are caught by the wind. Through this remarkable, ballooning behavior, they drift like miniature living parachutes, carried by gentle breezes across open fields, through dense forests, and sometimes even across vast oceans. Some spiders have been discovered at altitudes of thousands of meters high in the atmosphere, floating unseen among the clouds. Others have landed on ships far out at sea, having traversed immense expanses of water as tiny stowaways on invisible air currents. To watch a spider gently lift into the air, borne upward by fragile strands of gossamer, is to witness the improbable beauty of flight without wings. It serves as a powerful reminder that the sky is not empty, but filled with countless tiny travelers, smaller than the eye can perceive, carried silently on delicate threads of silk into the great unknown. Among the most skilled and beautiful engineers in the animal kingdom are the orb weaver spiders, whose symmetrical, intricate webs often glisten with morning dew. The silk they produce is truly one of nature's most remarkable materials. It is lighter than cotton, yet pound for pound. It possesses a tensile strength greater than that of steel. It exhibits incredible elasticity, stretching significantly without breaking, and efficiently absorbing impacts that would shatter other fibers. To construct a web, the spider utilizes multiple types of silk, each specifically specialized for a different function. Strong radial threads for structural integrity, sticky spirals for efficiently trapping prey, and soft, protective silk for wrapping captured victims and lining egg sacs. Despite their apparent fragility, orb weaver webs are capable of capturing insects many times the spider's own size. Human scientists have long endeavored to replicate the extraordinary properties of spider silk, hoping to utilize it in fields such as medicine, engineering, and textiles, but its intricate complexity remains largely elusive. The humble spider, with its delicate legs and patient weaving, accomplishes nightly what our most advanced technology has yet to master. In the quiet earth beneath the rustling grass and fallen leaf litter, trapdoor spiders construct their hidden homes. They meticulously dig burrows, lining them with silk, and then expertly craft camouflage doors from soil and plant matter. These doors are hinged with spider silk, allowing them to swing silently open and shut. From within its concealed dwelling, the spider waits motionless, acutely sensing the vibrations near the entrance. When unsuspecting prey approaches, the camouflage door bursts open with startling speed, and the spider seizes its victim before rapidly retreating back inside. The door then swings shut again, leaving virtually no trace of the sudden ambush. These ingenious homes provide the trapdoor spiders with crucial safety from predators and harsh weather conditions, while simultaneously offering the perfect vantage point for efficient hunting while traditional forests might take many decades to reach maturity. Bamboo possesses the remarkable ability to entirely regenerate after a harvest, often within a single growing season. In the regions where it naturally thrives, it serves as both a fundamental building material and a living metaphor, a symbol of strength found through flexibility, power achieved through patience, and incredible speed realized through elegant natural design. The growth of bamboo is not only scientifically extraordinary, but also deeply poetic, embodying nature's profound capacity to flourish with breathtaking swiftness. And so, dear listener, our extensive journey through the countless wonders of life on our precious Earth slowly draws to a gentle close. Together, we have softly traversed immense forests and expansive seas, explored parched deserts and towering mountains, delving deep into the ancient past and uncovering the hidden marvels of the present moment. We have wandered alongside ancient creatures that have pulsed through the ages, observed glowing worms that illuminate the deep, and listened to the haunting songs of whales that resonate across vast oceans. We have faithfully followed the intricate story of life itself, as it continuously stretched, ingeniously adapted, stokely endured, and perpetually reshaped its myriad forms, again and again, over billions of years. From the earliest single-celled organisms that arose in Earth's primeval oceans, perhaps near scalding hydrothermal vents, to the complex, diverse ecosystems that flourish today across every corner of our planet, life has demonstrated an unparalleled tenacity. We've considered how some tiny creatures, like the tardigrade, can survive the most extreme conditions imaginable, even the vacuum of space itself. We've marveled at the silent communication of trees through underground fungal networks and the elaborate dances of honeybees. These stories, these glimpses into the natural world, remind us that our planet is a living tapestry, interwoven with countless threads of interconnected existence. If your eyelids now feel pleasantly heavy, you may allow them to softly descend. Let the gentle rhythm of your breathing become steady and calm, like the soft ebb and flow of waves upon a peaceful shore, or the quiet beat of wings, or the timeless tide of life itself. Each tranquil breath you take connects you to everything that has ever lived, a single, vital strand within the vast, unbroken web of Earth's enduring story. Remember, you are an intricate part of this extraordinary planet, deeply woven into its ancient rhythms, a precious component of its grand, unfolding mystery. Let this comforting thought cradle you with tenderness. Much like the vast ocean holds its countless creatures, and like the Earth itself embraces all its diverse forms of life. If you found enjoyment in this peaceful exploration, I gently invite you to consider offering a like, subscribing to this channel, or perhaps sharing a thoughtful comment when you next awaken. Your engagement helps this quiet space to continue its growth, allowing us to keep sharing these serene narratives of wonder with a wider world, one sleepy soul at a time. For this moment, however, there is truly nothing more for you to attend to. You carry within you the profound story of distant stars and the deep, silent oceans. Rest deeply, dream softly, and know that you are a cherished part of this magnificent, living world. Good night. The journey has been long, yet hopefully, filled with quiet fascination. We have seen how Earth's magnetic field, generated by the churning, molten metal in its outer core, acts as a vast, invisible shield. This protective field extends far into space, creating a bubble called the magnetosphere. This magnetosphere tirelessly deflects harmful particles from the sun, known as solar wind, and dangerous cosmic rays that could otherwise strip away our atmosphere and make life impossible. Without this hidden force, our blue planet would be a very different place, perhaps barren like Mars. The Earth's core, an incredibly hot center, is about 600 miles across, with a solid inner core and a liquid outer core. The outer core's molten iron and nickel, moving constantly, create the electric currents that generate this vital magnetic field. This silent, deep-seated engine of our planet ensures our continued existence. We also looked at the atmosphere, that thin blanket of air that surrounds us, providing the very breath we take. made mostly of nitrogen and oxygen. It shields us from the sun's harsh ultraviolet rays and keeps our world warm, preventing extreme temperature changes between day and night. Within this atmosphere, water continuously moves in what we call the water cycle, changing from liquid to gas and back again. Water evaporates from oceans, forms clouds, falls as rain or snow, and flows back into rivers and seas. This cycle ensures all life has access to the water it needs. Finally, we reflected on biodiversity, the wonderful variety of all living things. From the smallest microbes to the largest whales, every species plays a part in the intricate web of life. This diversity provides our food, cleans our water, and even helps regulate our climate. It reminds us that every creature, no matter how small, is important. As the quiet stories of our incredible planet settle softly within your thoughts, know that these facts are not just scientific observations. They are whispers of Earth's enduring magic. They speak of ancient processes, of resilience beyond measure, and of a profound interconnectedness that binds every living thing to the very fabric of existence. May these gentle insights guide you into a state of profound tranquility. Let any remaining worries simply float away, like leaves upon a calm stream. You are now deeply connected to the Earth's oldest rhythms, to the silent strength of mountains, to the endless depths of oceans, and to the soft, gentle breath of the wind. Sleep deeply, knowing that the wonders we have explored tonight are real, quietly unfolding all around us, even as you rest.